I think I am with my curled hair and my big t-shirt and my chains. Am I like channeling P. Diddy today? I think so. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time watching, I would love for you to subscribe. Today's video is going to be about how to get this look using all drugstore products, with the exception of like brushes and my beauty blender, just because I just realized I don't really have a ton of drugstore brushes. I did use some, but there were a couple brushes and my beauty blender that I used that was not drugstore. But mostly everything I used was either from the drugstore or very affordable, like under the $20 range. I've been getting a lot of requests for a video like this, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you want to know how to get this look using all drugstore products, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a little bit of skin prep. I went through all my stuff and I don't actually have any drugstore like moisturizers or anything like that, but I picked some stuff that is in the drugstore price range. So for example, like the serum I'm gonna use is from The Ordinary. I think this is like $6. This brand is at Sephora and at Ulta. This is the amino acids plus B5. It's just like a very liquidy, I use it like a serum step before my moisturizer. So anything from The Ordinary is, I think everything in the brand is under $15 or $16. So that is a great brand. I do really like a lot of drugstore skincare. For example, I like Neutrogena. I like the Derma-E. There is some CeraVe stuff that I do like. I just don't have a lot in the serum slash moisturizer category for some reason. I work at Sephora, so a lot of my stuff is from Sephora, but this is pretty inexpensive and it works really, really well. This is just like a good serum step that is going to help like replenish and hydrate the skin. I already washed my food, so I'm just gonna pop this on. So next step, again, it is from Sephora, but it is like more affordable. This is the Sephora collection. What are you? I think that's in French. No. Super Hydrant, all day hydrator. There we go, the English version. Come on. So this is just a very basic like lotiony moisturizer. I think this is like $10 or something like that. I love this stuff. I feel like it's just like a really nice texture. I actually used this a lot when I was in Florida because the texture of it isn't like heavy. So this is a really good like summertime one for me, or if I'm anywhere where it's like hot or just under your makeup as a prep step, because it isn't heavy, so it's really good for that as well. Okay, next step is primer. So I'm actually going to be using my favorite, one of my favorite primers, my favorite like pore filling primer really, is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is the exact same thing as the Tatcha Silk Canvas, like exact same thing. Like, sorry Sephora, sorry Tatcha, I'm sure everybody knows, but it is I've like had this for so long and I barely use it. And this one is you know, the exact same thing. It's like even the same consistency, same color, same everything. It works exactly the same. It's just a really nice thin balmy pore filling primer. I like to just kind of put it like around the center of my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the e.l.f. one. So I'm just gonna, I am gonna use my little Tatcha scraper because it's like all I have spatula wise right now. But I just get like a little bit like that, warm it between my fingers. I can instantly see like in this mirror here, the pores all around here and on my nose are significantly like blurred just from the primer. So foundation. I'm gonna use, this is actually one of my favorites too. This is the, I like to use this one a lot for mixing, but I do really like it on its own because of the vibe that I go for lately. This is the L'Oreal Pro Glow, the Infallible Pro Glow foundation, SPF 15. This is a really awesome dupe for the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Like almost the same thing. This one I will say like I get a little bit more longevity on the skin from this. This one is a little tiny bit more lightweight, so it slides around on the surface just a tiny bit more, but if I just set it extra well, then this is fine. This one I just really don't have to set as much. I'm gonna use it with a brush today. I'm gonna use my Jeffree Star and Morphe brush. I use this for like, this brush I use for literally everything. I actually just picked up a couple more in like the regular packaging. This was like when he first came out with it. But like I love this brush. I just got these so that, because this one's always dirty because I always use it. So I don't even know like what my color is right now in anything. Plus I've been like self-tanning my body because I've been bored. Why? I don't know. No one's seeing me, but I've been unnecessarily self-tanning. Okay, so looking pretty good. This is like a medium coverage foundation. Like you can tell, like I still have some of my like acne scars showing over here, but like I said, it's a complete like dupe for the Giorgio Armani one, and the Giorgio Armani one is not full coverage either. So it really, the main focus is just the glow, which you can see it obviously has. I'm shade 204 in this Natural Buff, just in case you're wondering if you're kind of similar color to me. 204 Natural Buff. Okay, next is concealer. I'm gonna use the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I actually really like this concealer. It's nice and smooth, it's nice and easy to use. I'm hoping that this color matches me right now. I don't use it that much just because the color is like a very specific like beigey undertone, not beigey, like olivey undertone that doesn't always match me, but because I just tanned, I'm hoping it will. Yeah, I'll make it work. And I know this is like a drugstore tutorial, but I am going to use my beauty blender. I'm sorry, I really love the beauty blender. I haven't been able to find anything that's like, that works the same. You can use like the Real Techniques one. They have it at Ulta, usually in like a 2-pack, and it's pretty inexpensive. I do like it, but I use that one more for like baking and powders. I don't really love the way that it puts on liquids. I will just take it over my eyes today because this is just kind of like an everyday kind of like makeup, which that's usually what I would do every day, so. Okay, so for powder, I'm gonna use my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the color Fair Light. I love this powder. It's like really similar to the Laura Mercier powder. Works very, very closely. The colors are just like a little bit different. And like I said, I don't really have like a ton of drugstore brushes, so I am using my Sephora brushes, but Morphe and Real Techniques are like my go-to for drugstore brushes. Very affordable. Make sure you set your eyes too if you bring your foundation on the top like I do. I'm gonna just kind of take this like on the rest of my face. So next up is bronzer, blush. I'm gonna go with my Morphe one because I haven't used this one in a long time. I think it's like very reminiscent of the Marc Jacobs one. Very similar in color. This one's just a tad warmer, but they apply like very similarly. I'm gonna use that just on my e.l.f. Flawless Face brush again, like I always do. Now we are bronzed. I'm gonna use that same Flower Beauty blush again that I used in my last video. I just really like this blush, drugstore or not. Like it's matte, it's peachy, it's my vibe. I really, really like it. My Morphe brush. Okay, and then I'm gonna spray Catrice Illuminate Prime and Fime. I love this spray. Like, I went on a phase where I literally was only using this. I don't know if you can tell, but it has like this little like pearlescent kind of thing to it. That doesn't show on the skin. It's just a really nice glowy setting spray, and I like the sprayer. I'm gonna shake it first. Drugstore highlighter. Okay, so I'm gonna use this. Sorry, the glare is like really bad, but Makeup Revolution London highlight palette. There's really no name other than that, but it just looks like this. I usually only use like that color. And for this, I'm actually gonna use my Morphe M438 highlight brush. Yeah. Okay, so now complexion is done. Next is brows. I don't have a drugstore brow pencil. I have brow gel. Oh my god, I'm the worst YouTuber ever. Okay, I'm just gonna use my normal everyday go-to, which is the Benefit one, but precisely my brow pencil in the color 3.5. The LA Girl skinny brow pencil. I'll put a picture of it up right here. Identical to this. I use that one. I have it, but all of mine must just be at the salon because I do have a bunch of those. I love it. It's like almost the same thing as this. I just don't have it here to physically use it, but same idea. Really, really skinny brow pencil. Okay, and then I'm gonna use a little bit of my NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in Espresso. Okay, so for eyeshadow, I'm actually gonna start with the bronzer. I'm just gonna throw it on like a big fluffy crease brush. This is the Sigma E40 brush. Any fluffy crease brush will do. And I just like to toss this like in the crease and kind of like connect it to my like, I don't even want to call it a nose contour because I kind of just threw it there. I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place shadow palette. Looks like this. I just like to use it for these browns and neutral colors up in here, but it does have like a pop of color, and these palettes are really inexpensive but pretty good quality. I'm gonna take Morphe M503 brush. It's kind of similar to the best brush on the planet is the MAC 217. Mine is so old and beat up, but it's like, you can tell side by side, like they're very similar. This one's just a little bit like wider. I'm gonna just take this color right here, this like brown in the middle, and there we go. And I'm gonna go back into that fluffier brush and back into the bronzer and kind of just like diffuse the edges of that a little bit. And then I'm gonna take my tiny little Morphe M508 brush and just take like this Zulu color. It's kind of like a reddish bricky brown. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna go over it with the dark brown color. There we go. Smoke out like that outer part. And now on the other eye, I'll just kind of like mix those two so that I have the same, I make sure I have like the same tone. And then I'm gonna take just this Dahlia, D-A-H-I-A. And I just take it on my finger and just kind of like a little bit in the center of the eye like that. I like to take a smaller brush. So for this, I'll use the Morphe M321. I'm just gonna kind of go back into this first color here and go underneath the eye. Just to tie it in. I don't want it to be like too dark. Just enough to like make that look cohesive. Next up is mascara. Mascara from the drugstore. I actually have been liking this one. It's the L'Oreal Unlimited mascara. The brush is kind of like not my favorite, but the formula itself is actually really nice. And look at this mascara. It's like crazy. And then last step is lips. I think my favorite one from the drugstore is this NYX one in the color Natural. NYX retractable lip liner. So it's just like a twist up kind of thing. I really like the color of this one because it's kind of like a brownie nude, so it goes with like the bronzy, the like bronzed face makeup that we did. For lipstick, I'm gonna use Wet n Wild's Megalast Liquid Catsuit High Shine lipstick in the color Send Nudes. So this is like a very like it reminds me of like the Huda ones where it's like a liquid lipstick but it stays shiny, like a gloss almost. Very much just so like a brownie beigey toned nude. And these can get kind of thick, so I really only try to put them like in the center of my lips. So yeah, this is kind of the look that you end up getting. This is the same type of look I feel like I would get with high-end products. A lot of these were, you know, some of them were dupes for higher end products, but I love all of these products just as much as the high-end ones. I feel like you wouldn't even know that this was like drugstore. You know, the drugstore has stepped up their game with their makeup products. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this type of video. I hope you found it informational. I hope I showed some products that, you know, you're now excited to maybe go out and try. But this is, if I were to do kind of like a little bit more of a glam version of what I do every day. Like I don't do eyeshadow every day. I don't even really do like lipstick every day. I do pretty much lip liner and a lip balm and mascara, brows. So this was a little bit more than I would usually do, but I did want to show you guys like a good range of products that the drugstore has that I do really like in all of the categories. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. Please make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment any of your favorite products from the drugstore so everyone else can see what you like as well. Any other video ideas that you guys want to see from me. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.